So my government name is Sadiq Onifade. I'm from Abeokuta, Ogun State. WurlD, when I was living in Atlanta, I met a producer that was producing for Neo, Lil Wayne, amazing guy. His name is D. Smith. He met me, I was a songwriter then. I was writing Neo camps, I was writing for Mario, I was writing for a lot of artists. And he said to me, I was like, yo, you should be an artist. I usually have a studio everywhere I am. Wherever I'm living and laying my head, there's always a recording studio there. A lot of people that don't know you will hear about you. And I think it's life in general. When people hear about you from somebody that you may have issues with, they hold on to that as their story of how you are as a person. People hold on to what other people think of you, have said of you. And in this industry, you don't necessarily go around talking to everyone. So very few people get a chance to really feel your personality and experience you. But most people just know you based on what they've heard. Hey guys, this is WurlD and I'm live on Hit TV exclusive interview. Let's go. So my government name is Sadiq Onifade. I'm from Abeokuta, Ogun State. WurlD, when I was living in Atlanta, I met a producer that was producing for Neo, Lil Wayne, amazing guy. His name is D. Smith. He met me, I was a songwriter then. I was writing Neo camps, I was writing for Mario, I was writing for a lot of artists. And he said to me, I was like, yo, you should be an artist. I like your voice a lot. Let's try doing some songs. So we started creating music. He was pointing me in the way of doing songs like Bon Jovi records, some Seal type records. It was more alternative, not Afrobeats. Really more, not even R&B, it was really alternative, rocky sounds, right? And when we're done with 5 songs, he said to me, he's like, yo, this was another day. We were excited about the songs. He said, guy, Sadiq won't match these songs that we're doing. These songs are very worldly, right? And he said, I thought man, you should just go with WurlD. I was scared. I looked at him which one is this one, all right? Then I think I slept, over on that idea. And I came back to him, I think I like it. And I told him, I was like, instead of WurlD, let's do WURLD, which means my world with you in it, which is world with you in it. That's why my last album was titled My World With You. So my journey, the songwriting really allowed me to be in different spaces. Because as a songwriter, you want to get a hit record writing for other artists. They'll call you into a country music session. They'll call you into a rap music session. They'll call you into an R&B music session. They'll call you into a pop music session. So I find myself in all these different genres, right? And all I could do as an African boy living in Atlanta is show up at my best. Sometimes it's good enough, sometimes it's not good enough, but I always still show up. So all these years of writing for people, I started writing for Mario, I started working with Timbaland, I was working with all the biggest producers in Atlanta at the time. Then I met B.O.B., I started writing and doing hooks for him, and he had artists that he signed. I started doing hooks for all of them. I even met Trinidad James, started writing hooks for him as well. You guys can check all these songs online. We have many records. This was before Show You Off. Show You Off happened because of the community I was living at the time. This was 2016, which is almost 10 years. Show You Off, the audio came out 2016. Wow, okay, time flies, right? I'm actually shocked because I didn't really realize it. And I remember this is when Davido came to America. He came to America more at that time, but he came with a crew. And Sheezy, a good friend of mine, producer, I met him because he was living in the same community. Shout out to Sean Garrett, the R&B songwriter in America as well. He was living in the same community. But I met Sheezy through a mutual friend. And my friend was like, he told Sheezy, there's this weird guy that lives across he's Niger, but he doesn't do Niger music. I think I need to connect you guys. Shout out to Kingsley. And he came to me, he was like, yo, there's this producer that produces for Davido, right? I want you guys to meet. So I met him. I literally just walked over from my house. Then walked in the studio. I was playing him R&B, alternative music, pop music and all that stuff. And I remember at the time I was even doing a lot of EDM, house music, right? And I had a big song in in like Eastern Europe at the time. It was one of the biggest songs in that 2015, 2016 time, right? And she's played me the track for Show You Off, right? And I heard it. I was like, if I was ever to do a Afro fusion song, this one sounds very rooted. It sounds authentic, right? What happens when you put like some English and storyline on this record, make it simple, slower, and that's how you find Show You Off. And to be honest, Show You Off changed a lot of my direction as an artist, because from the minute I started pressing play for people, everyone was like, okay, this is it. Like, WurlD, once you release this record, you're not going back to your alternative pop thing anymore. So, and everything changed. Because like, I remember, shout out to DJ E Cool, that's Davido's DJ. I invited him to the studio and I played him Show You Off. He said to me, he said, WurlD, if I drop this one for club, you can't go back to your pop vibes and R&B vibes anymore, because I know people are actually going to love this. And fast forward, like, Show You Off changed everything. And that's low. That's actually low compared to the impact it had. Because this song came out pre heavy internet and like social media and like trending. Do you know what I'm saying? Everything was more physical. Do you get what I'm saying? And I feel like the impact of the record is so much bigger than the actual digital success of it. Oh man, I don't think there was an actual moment. I think as a kid, maybe when I was like 10, 12, I was still living in Nigeria at the time, and to be honest, I would watch TV and music channels, and I would watch R&B artists and pop artists like Michael Jackson's, the Whitney Houstons, and the Boyz II Men's, and I would watch all these artists abroad. And my parents used to play a lot of Shina Peters, a lot of more of the Fuji sound. Like Barista was a good friend of my late Barista was a good friend of my dad as well. So he used to play a lot of like the Fuji music and the Shina Peters and Ebenezer Obeys. Those were the music that I listened to in my household. But I found R&B and all these Western music on my own, on TV, right? And I always thought to myself then, like, I want to do music on that level, even outside Nigeria, if that makes sense. Moving to the US was just an opportunity for me. Moving to the US for school was an opportunity for me to involve myself in that system in the US, right? Where I felt like it was the world sound, and I fell in love with R&B music and hip hop music. I think the Afrobeats part of me came later by mistake in a way. I didn't know I was ready for it when I did Show You Off. And Show You Off was my first time fusing because I actually started making music in America, doing R&B music, because that's my community, you know. And Show You Off was my first attempt at trying to fuse what I've learned. And it was always kind of like it's like going back home energy, because I speak Yoruba very fluently, my Pidgin is very fluent. So for me, it didn't feel forced. It was just me like, let me just go back home for a second. And I remember when I did the song, there's a part, right? That part, I actually put it in the song before, and I played it for a friend of mine, Kingsley. He was the only person around. And the second time he came around, I removed it, because I wasn't sure if I was ready to put Yoruba inside the music. And he said to me, guy, you mad? Not Yoruba parts, why you come out town, you know? I was like, okay, yeah, let me put it back in. Are you sure? He said, yes, man. That Yoruba one will make them say you different from here. And because I was in the US for about 17 plus years, most of my adult life. So for me, I wasn't sure what was happening back home, if I was ready to enter Yoruba level again, you know? So I can switch this for there if you want me to. You don't mind, do you now? To be honest, myself, some days, like, I just do some sounds that I feel like, and because I've been blessed to be exposed to different genres of music, right? I like fusing sounds, I like experimenting, so I try not to put myself in a box. You know, I call a lot of Afro soul electro fusion, which kind of allows me to just like try different combination of sounds. Do you know what I'm saying? And being an African-born artist, I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. Like my high school, secondary school was mostly here. Do you know what I'm saying? So I had a very strong Nigerian background, if that makes sense, before I traveled. So for me, I like to explore and just be natural. I feel like because I spent most of my childhood here and most of my adult in the US, it kind of happens natural now. And being able to have like been able to learn music in abroad and be in different rooms with different artists, different producers, and it just happens natural for me now. I'll probably be writing codes and I'll probably be in the IT field. Because I went to college for computer science and my master's degree was in IT and project management. I'll probably still be in that field. I worked in it for a little bit, and while I was doing music, but I stopped doing it when music became something I could start relying on for my well-being. I still use it, to be honest, for music because there's a technical part to music where you're recording music, mixing. I learned all these things by myself. So every song you guys have ever heard, I actually recorded 99.9% of it by myself, and probably mixing most of these songs myself. And I work with engineers, but I'm very educated in how the technical part of the music and all these things work. So I use that to my advantage. I just stay true, tap deep into my emotions. I listen, I pay attention. When you observe your surroundings, like it opens your mind to a lot of things as well. I feel like inspiration is all around us when you pay attention, right? I'm a great listener. I just tap into the core of who I am and what feels true. And I know that because it feels true to me, there's so many people out there that can resonate to this natural feeling of being human. So I feel like most of my inspirations come from just being human. And when you tap into that, you understand like how the emotions of like your fellow friends and family and people out there are. So I try to just communicate the best I can. So many years of trial and error, right? I've been at it for so long, and I think because I've had to take a back role writing songs for other artists, right? It allowed me to find ways to sit in the back while creating music for WurlD and communicate at the same time. Someone asked me a question the other day, it's like, how do you, let's say you're going through a heartbreak, how do you go into the studio and just write, right? I was like, no, I don't do it immediately, right? I allow time to pass, I allow myself to heal, then I go and tap back into that emotion. Now I can actually write it, not just from my perspective, but generalize it as well. Because for me, if I'm in a certain emotion right then and then, like I may just get too personal where it's only just about me, right? Giving it time allows me to learn myself, learn other people, learn the way people have reacted to things, how people have resolved things, right? For example, I was like talking about the depth of even the song Mad, beyond the Bimbilimbi, that was just a catchy part. But really dealing with my stress and dealing with your stress, dealing with my friends, dealing with your friends, is deeper than just pop music. It's a communication because when you have a partner, you literally take on responsibility of their emotions and their stress and whatever it is they're going through, right? You can't be selfish to deny them support. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is not just one. Everybody that's ever been in a relationship or friendship with someone, you literally automatically take on their pain and their laughter, everything. That was the depth of where that came from. And I feel like people hear it from the surface level, but it's so much deeper than that. Do you understand what I'm saying? You automatically take on people's everything they go through if you're close enough to them. I think it's just the depth of who we are. Like Africa in general, Nigeria has so much depth to it. And I think the minute we had a chance that people starting to pay attention to the sound and what's happening here, I feel like Nigerian music is in a great space because people are paying attention. And I think it's our job right now to just keep showing them the different range of what we are as creatives, because there's so much more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the world has only really seen a little piece of what we have to offer. You still have the northern sound, like the whole banjo sound that people have not explored. You still have like a lot of sounds from the east. Do you know what I'm saying? Like There's so much more. Talking about on rapping, the world has only really seen us at the surface level. With time and years to come, hopefully the creatives get more intentional. And I think there's so much more to learn from just Nigerian music and African music in general. Nigerian artists, there's a lot of artists that I would love to work with. I would love to work with Burna. I think we'll make a great record. I'd love to work with Thames, Irish Star, name a few, even new artists as well. I'm open, like feel great and we connect, why not? It's not just about just the artists, it's like, because I feel like there's so many voices that still needs to be heard. I'm actually working with some new artists right now that are amazing. I can't wait for people to hear like their talent. International wise, so many artists I would love to work with Travis Scott, Future. I'm a big fan of hip hop music. I listen to more hip hop music on my own time. And more classic old music. Kanye West in the music world. I have to say that, big fan of his music. A lot of people are, when you separate, right? Well, you know, who else? Coldplay, I'd love to work with, just to name a few, just off the top of my head right now. I'm a fan of music, of the art. So if you're doing something unique and you stand for something true, like I'm a fan, I would love to, you know, collaborate when the synergy and the time permits. All right, cool. So I'm an early bird. I like waking up like 5:30 in the morning. I pray. Then I usually have a studio everywhere I am. Wherever I'm living and laying my head, there's always a recording studio there. It allows me to start early, not have to drive anywhere. So I like starting early because I feel like by 10 o'clock, my email is already full. People are already up, calling. The world is up, right? I like creating music in the mornings. I like writing in the mornings because that's when I'm like just fresh mind, less headache, and I just get to the studio, pull up a few ideas of tracks that I have from different producers. I'm usually by myself, turn on the computer, turn on the machine, the mic, and I just start putting melodies and ideas together. I just write what comes and feels natural at that moment without overthinking it. And by 10, 11, I'm pretty much done with it, like maybe like 2 or 3 songs. Not sometimes full songs, sometimes just ideas. So afternoon times are easier to go back and finish ideas because I already have the core of it. Even if I'm getting distracted, someone somewhere is like this, you know, someone is like giving me issues somewhere, whatever, like I can still balance. Or maybe like my team is saying, WurlD, you need to do this, do that, do this. I can still balance because I've put the core of it down. So I spend the rest of the day just going back and forth, handling life things, coming back, tweaking things. Then I'll spend maybe like sometimes weeks to finish that record, or sometimes finish it that day, sometimes it takes months. Then we go back to the producers, we break everything down, start adding other sounds and instruments that makes the song even better. Then we go into mixing, then go to mastering. Then you probably sometimes mix the songs like 10 times, 20 times till you get it right. It's an excruciating fun process. If you love doing what you do, you don't mind because it's about doing something special and making people feel exactly every energy in this record. So my process is a bit like very intentional. I'm a perfectionist, but I've learned over time how to let go when it's done, when it feels right. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's give it to the people. Being misunderstood a lot. Most people see it from a distance, right? And I'm such a private person, right? And sometimes the industry is so unforgiving that you could have issues with somebody, either you're right or wrong. People hold on to the bad, and it almost feels like a lot of people that don't know you will hear about you. And I think it's life in general, right? When people hear about you from somebody that you may have issues with, they hold on to that as their story of of how you are as a person. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? People hold on to what other people think of you, have said of you. And in this industry, you don't necessarily like go around like talking to everyone. So very few people get a chance to really feel your personality and experience you. Because most people just know you based on what they've heard. So that's one thing about the industry. And comparisons, of course, in the media, fans, fan wars, and everyone wanting their artist that they support to be bigger than you, not just because they have any preference, it's just the fact that they'd rather be their artist that they support be on top. So it's just so much different things. It's not about the art, it's about who they favor, and really it's just the mental wellness of it, right? You have to protect your mental wellness. When you see negative things being said about you, especially in the media, you have to be strong enough to get past that and just focus on you and what you're really trying to get across as an artist and your truth. And not put yourself in a space where you want to react to every negative thing that's been said about you. You just have to take it up the chin and keep moving all the time. Ah, okay, you got me there. Maybe Denzel Washington. I'll pick Morgan Freeman. So I'm bad at like paying attention to like just names and stuff. I'm passive with watching things, and do you know what I'm saying? I'm very passive. Like I just watch things like this. Like it's only people I meet personally that I remember. But to be honest, like the storyline. Let's go to the storyline. I think it would be just a lot of perseverance, patience, self-improvement, flaws, breakthrough, building strength, heartbreak, building strength again. And I feel like this life, like it's like a never-ending process. You keep redefining yourself with time and age, and you have to keep doing that. It's very important that you keep redefining yourself, keep evolving, keep learning. I think we learn more through pain than joy, unfortunately. And I think that really pushes us forward than anything else, right? And I feel like it's so important to find strength, because the life in general is very unfair. So you have to just find ways to build strength. So it's going to be a lot of these elements in it, to be honest. Yeah. A lot of tears, but at the end of it, like joy. But what is winning really though? Like I feel like even when you get some wins, you have to really be present. If not, you miss it. You don't even experience it. It's happened to me where I've had some wins where I didn't even experience it or felt like I won, because my mind is so onto the next thing. So I think it's very important to enjoy the wins, every small win, and embrace and celebrate every small wins as you grow as well. Dinner with, I feel like right now I just can't think of a lot of people off the top of my head. Like the names are not just coming to me. Yeah, lots of collaborations, more singles. Everyone's like, oh, you're gonna work with Saz again? Yes, it's coming very soon. I have a few songs out right now, collaborations as well. I have a record with me, Terry Akbala, and Wizard Chan, beautiful song. I have my record out outside with WurlD Fire. I have one with Leah, Say Yes, put the ring on it, you know what I'm saying? Let me see, what else? I have a lot of collaborations coming this year, to be honest. Like, this year is like, you're gonna be hearing me with a lot of artists you never thought the sounds and the fusion was possible. And I think that's the joy of it. And really, it's not just hype. Let's just get this person on this song. The songs actually does make a lot of sense. And I can't wait for people to experience them. So, and, a lot of shows, a lot of like tour stuff, pre-album, post-album. I'm definitely gonna do another show here in Lagos. I wanna do another one, it's been a while. I feel like I'm in a space where I'm like unwrapping the world box a lot more and bringing people closer and bringing myself closer to the people as well. Afrobeats. Performing live on stage. Songwriting. Alcohol. Smoke. TikTok. Introvert. Collaborating. Nigeria. beach, music, both. International fame. I love my life. I don't swap life for anybody. Habits, working out. You know what? This song, like, what's that record? Cash Coming. That record is so hard. Somewhere in the world. I love Lagos though. There's a place called Amalfi Coast, right? This is in Italy, one of the most beautiful places. Patience. Yes, it's so important because you can ruin a lot of things not having patience. You can work so hard for so long to ruin it at the last seconds of it. My little nephew, he's just the cutest. He just brings me joy. Like every time I see him, like, it just brings me joy. Don't react to everything that you see online or a fan or a non-fan says about you. Don't react to everything. Just take it and just face front. I love life. I love to keep that private for now. Just keep going. If you figure it out. Show up every day, you figure it out. Show up every day, you find the people that are gonna appreciate and support you. Show up every day, no matter what the stage is, small stage, don't wait for the big stage to show up. Show up at every stage. Take care of the people that take care of you. Dare for the people that dare for you. Because I feel like everyone is such in this savage world, like right now, you just want to get over other people because of just the way the community is. And you forget that, to be honest, the most important thing that we have in this life is people, right? People do the worst because of opportunities of right now. You know, friends are, sabotaging their friendship with people because of small opportunities of right now. People are sabotaging relationships because of something else that looks greener on the other side, and forgetting that what makes us people is the struggle. Do you understand what I'm saying? What makes everything worth everything is the story, the journey. That's what makes everything worth the celebration. The people you celebrate with is because of what we go through, not because something else is already done. We just go and sit there, you know? You want to go hang out with the person that's richest, the person that's this, like everything happens around us. Let's take care of each other. Hey guys, this is WurlD, and I'm still here on Hip TV. You can find me on Instagram, This is WurlD, Twitter, This is WurlD, Facebook, This is WurlD, TikTok, This is WurlD, same thing. And this is my exclusive interview with on Hip TV. I have a new music out right now, Outside. Everyone has been like, well, WurlD, where are you? I've been inside, but now I'm outside. Shout out to WurlD Fire. Check it out on all music platforms. WurlD featuring WurlD Fire, Outside. Enjoy it. Make your videos to it. Tag me. I'm going to repost you. Let's have a great time. Let's have an amazing, beautiful year of just great music, love, peace, and unity. Peace and love to everyone. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. Okay.
What genre of music do you feel like you do? Yes, you talk about R&B, you talk about Afrobeat.
Man, I'll have to look at my phone to do that.
Like you don't F with Nigerians. All your fave, all the names.
I've mentioned some Nigerian names though.
How many?
Even music and stuff, right? I actually do, like, you know what? Like, just off the top of my head right now,